We are live now with some of the eyewitnesses of the shooting last night in that movie theater in Aurora, Colorado, that left 12 dead, 59 wounded. Jennifer Seeger came face to face with the shooter. Jennifer, how are you right now? Hanging in, I hope.
Yeah, I'm trying as best. I mean, it's just an exhausting process, but I mean, I'm just glad I'm alive and I'm here to talk to you guys.
You were so close. Take us back to that moment when the shots rang out, that moment.
Yeah, I was sitting in the second row up from the screen, and I was the very first person on the right-hand side, and he came in and he was literally coming through an exit door on the right-hand side, and he was probably maybe 4 or 5 feet away from me. I was the first person he would have seen when he came in the door. And at first, we all thought, that it was just part of the show, that he was just an actor or some sort, just adding props or, some kind of pizzazz to make the show really cool for its premiere. And when he took this can full of gas, of like tear gas or something, and he took off the tab and he threw it in the crowd, and it exploded and all this gas went everywhere. Everybody didn't think anything of it. They thought that was just a prop. And then all of a sudden he takes his gun, and it was a rifle, and he shot it in the air. And that's when everybody knew that it was real, and that there was mass chaos everywhere. He was screaming and crying, there's a gun, there's a gun. And then after that point, he literally went from here to here with his gun, and he pointed it right in my face. At that point, I just didn't know what to do. I just panicked, and I knew I literally had like a 5-second window to either move or do something or get shot. So well, I just, my whole life just flashed before me, and I just dived forward into the ground in the aisle, and I dug myself and tucked myself underneath the chair for safety. And I told everybody to just lay there and don't move until he walks up the stairs, and then we're going to try to crawl as fast as we can out of the aisle. And behind me, there was people that were shot. He didn't shoot me, but he shot people behind me, and I could feel the bullets coming, rushing towards my head, and they were still fresh, and they were singeing my forehead, and it was just a crazy experience. And all you hear is women and children screaming in the background. He was going up the stairs, and we were just trying to go on the opposite side of him. He was on the left side of the theater, and we were trying to go into the right side. And at that point, everybody in my aisle had gotten out, and they tried to go to the exit door, but they at that point started running back into the building, and I didn't understand why. And then they were all screaming, go back, go back. He's shooting everybody that's trying to exit the door, and he was killing people or shooting people that were trying to exit the door into the theater. And so I told everybody to just play dead and just lay still so that he wouldn't know the difference. And we all just laid there for a while, and he went up and down and just continued to let off shots and shooting people. Like anybody that tried to get away, stand up, get into the aisle, lay down, he was shooting at. And I was very fortunate to be one of those people that got their lives out of it at the end. And I really feel bad for those people that lost their family, and my heart goes out to them. At one point, I don't know how I got out of there, but I nearly collapsed. I was having a panic attack. I couldn't breathe from the tear gas. My eyes were watering, and I was about ready to give up. And I realized that there were people that needed help to get out, and so I just pulled myself together, and I realized that there were dead bodies in the stairs. I mean, there was a 14-year-old girl who was just laying there lifeless in the stairs, and there's bodies laying over the chairs, and there's just so many bodies. I didn't know if they were dead or alive, but they were all definitely hurt. And I, on my way out, was bear crawling my way to the exit, and there was a gentleman who was probably, 18 years old or so. He had a bullet wound in his back, and I had previous EMT training, and so it just kind of kicked in instinctively for me to check his pulse and see where his levels were at, and his vitals and stuff. And so I went and checked. I mean, he was really, really critical. His heart rate was really low. He was losing a lot of blood, and so I said, I got to get him out of here. I got to get him out of here. And I put my arms underneath him, and I was trying to pull him out with me, and then everybody was like, no, let him go, because the gunman's coming back and he's going to shoot you. So I got scared, and I dropped him, and I walked out.
Jennifer.
And I felt so bad, because I would literally take a bullet for anybody.
And Jennifer, hearing that story told, and you told it earlier on Good Morning America this morning, the act of heroism and courage that you show there, even in these most chaotic moments, we cannot thank you enough, both for your service in that movie theater and for joining us today. Thank you very much, Jennifer.
No problem, and it's a pleasure to be on the show. Thank you.